Barry Nolan on the line with us, former newscaster with WBZ-TV in Boston, professor of journalism at BU, Boston University. His website, or the website for the documentary, is nowayoutbut1.com. Barry, do you want to just give us a little bit on that documentary before you go into this, or is that just for some other time in some other way?
Oh, we're happy to talk about it some other time at length, but very briefly, it's a documentary that's about how the American family court system is really failing to do the job it should to keep children safe when there are credible allegations of child sexual abuse or physical abuse or domestic violence. And that all too often children are ordered by the courts to go live with the very person that has been hurting them and will continue to hurt them.
I see.
And it's something we need to fix.
Indeed, it's important stuff. So you're in Boston. What's the latest?
I'm in Boston. Boston is a pretty sleepy town today because people have been up all night watching this gripping drama unfold in their backyards, but watching it, most of us, on television because the town has been shut down. In neighborhoods and towns like mine, the town of Newton, in Watertown, in Cambridge, in Alston, Brighton, Boston, 300,000 people are affected by the order to stay in your house, do not go near the windows. If somebody knocks on the door, don't answer it unless it's a police officer who can show you identification. Because of all the events that unfolded last night, the man that is on the loose someplace in one of our neighborhoods right now, or perhaps on his way to parts unknown, is a man that is capable of great violence.
Is the best guess that he's like hiding in a closet somewhere? I mean, it seems to me that for this to have gone on this long, that either there's a negotiation going on with him, and they've found him, or he's, like literally hiding under a bed, and they don't know where it is.
The word that you used at the beginning is probably a pretty good word to use, guess.
Yes.
Right now, where he is anybody's guess. There's been so much incorrect information reported about who is involved and what has happened. Your listeners have probably seen posts about how that picture was this Brown University student that went missing last month, and he is from Sri Lanka. Or no, the person that really did it is the Saudi national that was going to be deported back to Saudi Arabia thanks to Obama's devious ways. There have been so many reports out there that were just absolutely dead wrong that it's important to preface a lot of what we say as guessing. And figuring out where he is right now, that's what the police are doing right now, guessing. They're being really methodical. They're good. The last report that they made to the public was that they had gone through about 60% of the community that they wanted to check door by door. And what they're doing is SWAT teams, people with the safety off, fingers on the trigger of automatic weapons, are going door to door, pounding on the door, telling people, demanding they come to the door, telling them they have to get out of the house, that they need to search for dangerous people. They go in and they look under the beds. Right. They look in parked cars. They look in outbuildings. So far, they haven't found him. But one of the things that has surfaced in all this has been a torrent of information, and some of it is very touching. One of the stories that surfaced today was that Jeff Bauman, that man that you probably may remember from the graphic photos of a man with a gaunt face, sort of gunpowder burns on the side of his face, who had lost both his legs below the knee. The story that Jeff Bauman may have played a role in identifying this guy.
Right, he saw him. Yeah.
Go ahead.
He saw him and described him. In fact, he had to do it in handwriting because he was so whacked by the explosion he couldn't speak very well.
The first thing he did was gesture for pen and paper and write, bagged, saw them, looked me in the eye.
Wow.
And one of the other things that surfaced was this heartbreaking photo that shows that the man that is now on the run, that some people have talked about how, we've known he was a kid that was a good kid that went to Ringe and Latin school. He got athlete of the year. He was laid back. I can't imagine how he would do anything like this. What would have possessed him? And there's a picture of this man in the white hat, his profile, casually walking away, and he's in the background of a crowd, and the little boy, Martin, who was the boy that was killed, is sitting there in front of him, sort of climbing on that metal railing they have to keep spectators off the route. And there, on the ground, less than a yard away from Martin, is the bag with the bomb in it. That this man, just casually walking away, had dropped there and was casually walking away where he was going to blow up children.
That's amazing.
I don't know what he was like in high school, but I know that whoever would do that is not a good man. Yeah, I'm with you. The Jeff Bauman, by the way, the lead story over at the Think Progress blog is that he is one of the 1.9% of Massachusetts residents who does not have health insurance. One of the guys who fell between the cracks, he was about to start school, and once he got into school, he would have qualified, but he was just a few weeks short of it, and so there's a Bucks for Bauman at the GoFundMe.com crowdfunding service. People are trying to raise money to pay for this guy's medical expenses. It's like, only in America. The thing right now is some of the things that you see in this, you can't help it.
Now, the other thing that I'm curious your take on here, we're talking with Barry Nolan, former newscaster at WBZ, currently professor of journalism at Boston University. The headline, the screaming headline at the Drudge Report, and I think we need to keep in mind Janet Napolitano's comments that she wouldn't put Drudge in the same sentence with Forbes, but the screaming headline is the Arabic word for jihad, and underneath it says Boston Jihad, and there's all kinds of links to Tamarian, if I'm saying it right, Tsarnaev, the black hat fellow, the 26-year-old brother, the older brother, apparently being a big fan of right-wing, or right-wing is maybe the wrong phrase, a fundamentalist Muslim preacher, etc. On the other hand, you've got people going, hey, these guys are from Chechnya. There's this Chechen separatist movement, but, they're trying to separate from Russia. What does that have to do with Boston? Any thoughts on any of all of this stuff?
One of the interesting things that's surfaced about the now deceased bomber is that he was married and had a 3-year-old daughter, and had been involved in domestic violence calls. Police had responded to domestic violence. And here's a man, he's also a man that said he had absolutely no friends in America. The thing that one cannot help but guess and speculate about somebody that would do this, that would blow up innocent strangers who never meant him any harm, is that somebody that would engage in domestic violence and that would perpetrate something like this, it's merely an accident of birth, and whatever happened to come across his way, he would have been an appalling jerk, whether he was exposed to the Red Army, whether he was exposed to the Symbionese Liberation Army, whether he was exposed to the Ku Klux Klan, or whether he was exposed to Muslim fundamentalism. Yeah. There is something so badly wired in his brain, so amiss in his heart, that whatever he gives or pretends to be the motive for what he did, it's merely an accident, it's inconsequential.
Very, very well said, Barry, and I think it's true right across the board in that whole spectrum. Barry Nolan, NoWayOutBut1.com. Thank you, Barry.
It's a pleasure.